How are we doing? Hello everybody. How are we doing? What's up, Vanilla Face? But yeah, man. Great volatility, to be honest. I mean, yesterday, Tuesday, well, during market open, we did not have that much stuff. I mean, overnight it kind of creeped up and now it just shit itself again. Let's just see what this is going to be. You have a potential single print. Well, you do have a single print in this range. But apart from that, I mean, nothing has changed too much. People are continuing to short on Bybit and Binance. We actually broke structure again because we held the higher lows, and here we kind of broke it. Then we swept all of that, and then it just dumped. So let's just run through market cipher and all the time frames, because then I'm gonna get to preparing and I'm gonna be in and out. But yeah, red dot confirmed, money flow curving down, VWAP still has some space. This is definitely bearish. 8 hour money flow is kind of weird. Momentum also has a little more space, but not too much. So this is not too bearish. 6 hour also recovered a little bit. And this definitely, in my opinion, does not look bearish. On the 4 hour you have a potential death cross. So you can see we had it here, we had it here, and here. Let me just check if there were any more. Here, here. So you can see that the death cross appears sometimes before or while it's already dropping heavily. You have a red dot on the 4 hour as well, you have red money flow, you have a crossing VWAP. All of those are bearish signs. You had the crossing VWAP on the 3 hour yesterday evening, and we said, I think James C said it a few days ago, that the crossing VWAP is not too good. Now we have the VWAP back below the 0 line and potential red dot. 2 hour actually recovered green money flow, which was quite interesting, but the RSIs did not look too good, neither did the VWAP. And the 1 hour is kind of choppy, I feel like. Pretty choppy. So for now, let's just stay on the 30-minute because I want to see if the single print is being filled. But yeah, the plan yesterday was to look in this zone for a potential short. The zone was, to be honest, here. You did not quite get it, but you had a beautiful swing fail. Even with the second candle confirming. And then it just rotated from the value area high all the way down. If you are nerdy and stuff, you can do something like this. Let me see. Interesting. Did a nice little retest. You have some limits below. Well, and the liquidity is starting to get grabbed. Only on the 2 week, let's see on the 1 month. Liquidity above. Okay. As I said, we did not quite get the golden pocket, but that's fine. I'm gonna delete the fib now, since we have made a lower low. And now we are just going to give it some time and see what happens. I mean, we are actually at a level of interest. Also, this point of control, we should mark that. Yeah. We should definitely mark that. Well, yeah, so the next level of interest for me is this point of control. Wait, let's just zoom out. Do it like this. Next level of interest, this point of control. And after that, it's still the weekend lows we mentioned 4 weeks ago. But if you want to do some crypto stuff, you could say that this is a bear flag. So this would be your target. I'm not saying that it's my target, but yeah, I am in a short from up here, and I'm going to look very carefully and see if I want to TP here or if I'm going to wait for here or even lower, because I don't know if this is the home run, if you should attempt the home run on this one, because, well, I can see, or I said that there is Binance and Bybit is continuing to short, but it's starting to get at a point where I feel like it's a little overextended. So yeah, my TP, let's be transparent, my TP1 got hit right there, right here, and now I mean my stop loss is break even, and now I'm just letting it run. I'm gonna aim for this or even lower, maybe even 50, 59ish. Ooh, now look at this. Well, now we are starting to get like those weird stuff. 3k Bybit shorts and 1k Bybit longs. Let's keep an eye on that. Let's maybe take a quick look at SpaceX, maybe even at the USDT ticker. Where is it? Could also be the chart of a shit coin, to be honest. I mean, from a market cipher POV, I don't feel like that there are, at least the lower time frames do not look bullish. Higher time frames, it's too hard to tell because the ticker has been so young. I mean, this is pretty clean though, you have to admit. So beautiful 786 tap closed above the golden pocket. So sweep of the IPO low, had a nice retracement, and now you're maybe looking for something like this. Oh, look at that, they actually tapped this point of control. I didn't even see that. Look at this here. This is kind of right there. And as we said, we always look at zones. So this might actually bounce from here. But you can also see that recently Bitcoin is moving between the point of controls a lot. Or at least it's respecting the point of controls very much. Ooh. Also something to note down. Wait. It actually swept, but only by a margin. Look at this. Okay, I want everyone to keep that in mind. CME swept this low. And they did not they did not sweep this one. They saved it. So compare that to the Binance chart. Wait, I wanna have the direct comparison. Look at this. Wait. Here, this wick swept all of those highs. We talked about that. On CME, this wick didn't even get close to sweeping this high. And well, now they dumped it and swept it down here. Just remember that and keep it in mind. And then we will look at this in a few days and maybe we can figure something out. But I think we've covered everything pretty well. I think we can now look at this. Unfortunately not on stream, but we will look at this tomorrow again and then we can figure out what happened. Just keep an eye on that. And apart from that, keep in mind BlackRock is depositing again into Coinbase. You have spots selling, so it does look bearish still. I've talked about my targets and I've talked about my trade. I've TP'd 50% because as of right now I am not too sure if this is the actual home run. But that's it for today. So to everyone who joined in, who watched, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Make sure to watch the highlights later and maybe leave a like and also comment maybe would help us a lot. And apart from that, I wish everyone a nice rest of the day.